Morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Thursday for you. Yesterday was truly a very good rest day. Instead of telling myself that I'm gonna take it easy and then going and riding the e-bike, I purely put the tidal gyro on to basically my favorite bike here, played around with it a little bit, but really did not exert any sort of big efforts of energy. And I'll tell you right now, that makes a big difference on how the whole body feels. So if you want, here's some advice from a very stubborn athlete, which I assume we all kind of are. Take those rest days. Just take them in. They're helpful. If I was an intelligent person training, I would have looked at the weather and really taken into account the fact that, well, it's like a huge rain, just a giant rainstorm today. I'm not gonna be able to, today would have been the ideal day to gibbery, gabber, tinkery, put the gyro on that bike. But no, a new thing arrived and I wanted to play with it, so I did. So now I'm stuck having to do something today. So I have to reintroduce this pile of trash and make it somewhat useful. You know what I'm about to say. You know. Right? You know. Say it with me. Welcome to GearGab. Yes, that's right. Another GearGab segment featuring this stupid hybrid converted to drop bar bike. This was gonna be my rain bike for days like today, but the brakes that I was putting on hit the fenders. It just wasn't gonna work. A lot of you came up with great solutions on how to make this work, like how to find a brake that's gonna clear over the fender, whether it's travel agents or converting back to flat bar and using the proper length V-brake. All of which are great solutions, I will admit, just like my solution of throwing some cantilever brakes on this. But all of those solutions would cost money. This thing is it's just garbage, really. And the goal, of course, was spend $0, which we didn't come up with together. We're smart people, but we didn't figure it out. That, and actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I moved this and a giant chunk of carbon came off of the fork right here. That's a little freaky. So my $0 fix that requires no brakes is make it a permanent fixture on this trainer. So it's just a matter of swapping the tire. These brakes off, don't need them. Throw a little derailleur cable in here. Now, I'm not gonna run bar tape because again, we're not spending any money on this bike. So just wanna get this cable kind of in place here. Go, shouldn't go anywhere. Do a little pedal action here. And boom, just like that, from in the way and completely useless to probably kind of still in the way, but with a little bit of utility. You, my friend, are going to live on a trainer. No one will ever like you. And added safety factor, when this Ultegra 8000 crankset decides to delaminate and explode at my feet, it'll be on a stationary trainer, so I'm probably not gonna get hurt. Or not hurt that badly. Really looking out for myself. Thank you for joining me for this installment of GearGab. Now, obviously, I didn't do this for nothing. I do want to do a bit more structured of an indoor ride than maybe what I've been doing. But while the rollers are pretty good and definitely offer some more entertainment while you're riding them, the resistance just isn't quite there. You don't get quite the leg workout as you do on a stationary trainer. So you kind of want to be able to mix the two and really get more out of an hour on the bike by using this thing where I can kind of change the resistance. I can make it a little bit harder. You get more out of the gearing. Where with the set of rollers is more of leg speed work. So considering that, it is nice to have a bike that'll be permanently attached that I can come over to and get that kind of workout done. Right, so again, I don't have the tech or Zwift or any of that you kind of see other people who are training for things, they'll have Zwift power meters. They'll even have heart rate monitors or anything. I don't have any of that. I'm just basically pick one of the workouts on GCN, set up a bike in front of it, and I just do it based on their perceived effort. So it's a 4 out of 10 and I don't have a cadence meter, so I don't know. Am I going to 80? Maybe, who knows? I think it's really easy to fall prey and be like, oh, I need all this stuff to be able to see all the matrix and all the information so that I can see the progress. Where I just do it, on like a weekly basis. Like those fast runs I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I've improved, so something's working. Or I'm sort of just trying to come up with a mountain bike loop that I can use and just go out. If I'm faster, great. If it felt better, great. If it feels like I'm getting worse, then it's like, okay, maybe I need to change something. But that's literally it. That's all I'm doing. Okay, I'm supposed to be in a harder gear now. 52.21, I don't have that. So I went into this workout completely unsure of what it was. Basically what's happening is you start at 110 RPM. You do that for 3 minutes, drops down by 10 RPM each time, 3 minutes each, down to 50 RPM. We're on the first recovery spin now. It's 4 minutes, and then I think it just starts back over. I was a little bit cocky when I started, and I was like, it's too easy. So I made the trainer a little hurt. I might be regretting that a little bit now. But having this thing to stare at is helping a lot. It's so cool. Just look at it. How can you not want that in your life? It's so sick. This is okay. I'm drinking water. My hat is my towel. An hour is maybe like a little, I think 45 minutes is about my sweet spot, so maybe pushing it into an hour is actually kind of good. It's just that little extra building block to get a little better. Ooh, Fast and Loose came on. Look at that. Insane. Norton, you've been donated another biscuit. Nice. So for those of you who do pay attention, which is a lot of you, might I add, and I appreciate it, you know that Wednesday nights was here deemed as BMX night, but fortunately that is not happening tonight because the two people that I do it with, Carrie and Ryan, we got to work on Carrie's CRV. I'm not going to bring you along. I'm not going to try and make my friends work on a car and vlog. That just seems a little ridiculous, but I do want to be there to help. I almost bailed. I shouldn't do that. They're there for me all the time. So with that said, no BMX tonight, no Eric Cooks, but nonetheless, a good day towards progression of faster mountain bike marathon riding. So that's just kind of the conclusion of this video, just kind of like a rainy day effort. Tomorrow's supposed to be quite nice out, so I've got all kinds of things I want to do. Likely to involve this thing.